Hey y'all, how's it been? Today I want to kind of talk about a little bit of my journey the past few months. I want to say since September of 2024, and now we are in the beginning of June 2025. I just want to be open, honest, and real with you because I think it's important to show the human in me and show that I'm not perfect and I have shortcomings and I have my own downfalls, because I know I always post about manifestation and you can do it and keep going, and I'm at the gym right now, but I want to let you know that I have my own struggles, and maybe that can help you realize that we're all in this together. And so basically in September of last year I decided to stop smoking cannabis, and I was smoking it because it was really helping me cope. I was using it as a coping mechanism to get through anxiety or intrusive thoughts. And it almost turned into something that I was using to fulfill myself with. Because beforehand, I would turn to food and overeat and eat so much all the time that it was hard for me to lose weight. And also, I was drinking a lot, drinking almost every single night. And so switching to cannabis, I was able to cut out both of those said addictions, I guess. And I was smoking for a while, and I decided that I was tired of using it as a coping mechanism, and I wanted to see what I could do with myself if I stopped. So September 9th, I believe, was the last time that I smoked. And from that point on, I had gained weight again. So I had gotten from, I think I was at around 145, 150 roughly when I stopped smoking. And then the first month of that experience, I obviously dealt with quite a bit of anxiety. And it was pretty rough for me because my thoughts were really loud and I didn't really know how to self-regulate. So I gained a little bit of weight, and then things happened in my life, like my car broke down. I had to take my cat to the vet, which costed me a lot of money. And then the holidays. And then with the holidays, you have all the eating. And obviously, they usually say if you quit one addiction, you bounce to another addiction. And so, like they say, I turned back to food unknowingly. So I had went from 145 to 150, all the way up to almost 180 pounds again. And so I kind of felt like I was almost starting fresh. So I had stopped working out altogether. I was eating, drinking whatever I wanted, just not watching my calorie count, not taking care of myself. I kind of fell into kind of a hole of depression and just trying to regulate myself again, hormonal wise, and get my mind right again. And so here we are, fast forward to June, the beginning of June. And I'm still having trouble. I'm still trying to lose my weight that I want to lose. I figured that by now I would get back down to 145, 140, and I'm not there yet. But that's okay, because sometimes we have to give ourselves grace and realize that things are going to happen overnight. And in a situation that I was in, it's going to take time for my body hormones to adjust. It's going to take time for me to balance my self-regulation. And when I say self-regulation, I mean taking a look at the thoughts that are happening in my head, sitting with them, and realizing a more logical standpoint. Because sometimes the intrusive thoughts are illogical. And if we can find the logic around them, then a lot of times that can kind of ease our anxiety and depression. And books also have been helping me a lot. That helps me regulate myself. It helps me tune back into the type of person that I want to be, the version of the future self that I want to be. And so So yeah, it's taken some time, but we're still not smoking. We're still not drinking on the daily. I maybe have a drink once a month, and it's just a drink. It's very minimal, and I think that's a good balance for myself personally. But I've been eating mostly like meat, eggs, veggies, fruits, you guys see. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I try to keep my sugars on the lower end. Obviously, the sugar is in fruit, but that's okay. You know, I feel like there's, once again, a balance to everything. But I just wanted to say that to you guys because at the end of the day, we're all going through our struggles and battles. And I have lost, so I really started getting serious with my health again around February, like the middle of February. And I've went from being, I believe I was 177 when I weighed myself, and I'm down to 167. I fluctuate between 167 and 163. And so that's where I'm at right now. I would love to be back down to 140 again. I would love to feel fit again. I look at the pictures of myself when I was at that weight, and I have to remind myself that that's the goal. That's not anything that should trigger me. That's something that should motivate me and inspire me, because if I did it before, I can do it again. So whatever you're going through, whatever shortcomings that you've had, just hang in there. Give yourself grace. Open that mental clarity and space for yourself and realize that this is a journey. There will be ups and downs. That's life within itself. There's always going to be waves. But if we can learn to ride with the waves and not fight against the waves, then life will manifest a lot quicker for us. When we are not hard on ourselves, life manifests so much faster. And learn to enjoy the process that you're in. Because if you're not enjoying the journey that you're currently on, how will we ever stay on top of our A game? How will we ever stick this journey out to get to our goals? So find a way to create a good life during the process of trying to achieve your goals. And you will tend to stick with them a lot better than if you were to go from 0 to 100 and deprive yourself of certain enjoyments in your life. Give yourself moderation, give yourself balance, give yourself breaks and rest time, and find a good balance between work and play. So we're all struggling out here. We're all struggling in these streets, but it's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. Okay? All right.